Hello and welcome. My name is DW and this is my little slice of the internet I like to call Dub's Beauty Diary. Today we are going to reflect on my Mercari purchases. So if that sounds interesting, just keep on watching. So I have purchased a lot from Mercari. It all started back in October of 2019. I decided to purchase a 2-pack of liquid lipsticks from J-Star. I still have these. It was the Mistletoe and Ho Ho Ho. They had the white tops. They were exclusive. I didn't own these. They were the only ones at the time that I did not own. And I needed them. I paid, you're going to slap me in the face after I tell you this. I paid $120 for these 2 liquid lipsticks. That was back when it was a different time. Before COVID, I was a different person. I mean, this was 6 years ago. I regret this only because a couple weeks later, he re-released them. Yeah, so the whole 5-pack bundle was like 40 bucks or 60 bucks or something. I was so mad, but like I had already done it. There was nothing I could do to change things. It is what it is. I do still have them. They're in my collection of items back here. I don't think I ever wore them, but I needed them for my insane collector brain. But yeah, that was that. Next up, I had bought the, on the same day. Was I just like loaded or what? This is nuts. On the same day, I bought the Jeffree Star makeup tracksuit and vinyl. So it was like one of the mystery bundles that someone had gotten. And they had the chartreuse tracksuit, and I wanted the. So this one was the chartreuse one, and I resold it because I wanted the orange one, or I traded with someone. Anyway, I spent $160 on this. I have the orange tracksuit, and I still wear it. But the chartreuse one, I wish I would have gotten that one in my size because that would have been awesome. But let's see I wonder if I can see what other items came in this. So it shows, yeah, this was a large. Yep, that I remember now. The mini breaker, which I still have. One of the highlights I do not have anymore. 3 lipsticks, a lip scrub that I finished, the record, one of the records, which is in our record room, and then blood sugar. And you know, I got my use out of that palette. So yeah, those were kind of dumb purchases on my part, but here we are. Next, in November, I bought the Jeffree Star lipstick Galaxy Gold, and I do still have that, and it still smells good, and I still wear it. And that was also a limited edition that I couldn't buy online. I bought that for $9. I think that was a fine purchase, especially since I still have it, and it still smells good, and it doesn't irritate me. That's interesting. I didn't know that was that long ago, 6 years ago, for a bullet lipstick. Kind of gross, but next in November, the next day I bought the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. That was $42. I do still own that. Again, another regret because we ended up getting like multiples of these in mystery bundles, so I ended up selling those. I mean, why did I pay $42 if then we've got a couple of non-makeup products. Then in December, I bought the Jeffree Star. You guys know I was a stan. Not a stan per se, but I did like his products. I still do. I just don't buy anything new. Okay. It was the Candy Apple Drip or Supreme Frost. It was the green one. I have since decluttered this, but I paid $19 for that. That was also limited edition. Or maybe it was just really good price. I don't know. I wanted it. It was cool. It was green, but it had like a dark base and it didn't look right on my skin. And I just decluttered it like more recent than not. Since I've lived in this house, I believe. I bought the tracksuit that I wear. Some other stuff. A MAC double-sided empty palette. I got that for $5 in May of 2020. That I still use that. It works well to house. It did house all my single highlighters, and it's currently in my declutter bin right now. Just holding some magnetic items that I didn't want loose in the bin. In August of 2021, oh, that's a good long while. I must have been on another kick of J-Star products. So I got the Extreme Frost Lick My Glit for $31. I still have that. I like the Extreme Frost. That is my favorite of his formulas. And I got the highlighting palette, 24 karat, 24 carats, and I have decluttered that. That was $16. Also, I got the Brain Freeze Skin Frost Pro palette. I still have that one. That was $21. And another Extreme Frost. Which one was this? Gag Me, the blue one. I still have that one as well. That was $36. So then we move on to September of 2021. This was a custom bundle for me. It was the Natasha Denona Jubilee palette and the About Face Light Lock powder. The Jubilee palette has been deconstructed, and the Light Lock powder I have decluttered. That was $17 for the bundle. This is where I was on a Natasha Denona kick. I got the mini gold palette. That was $14. I got the J-Star hat. Suvi has that now. It's like a tie-dye hat. That was $9. And then I bought another bundle of makeup. This was in June of 2022. This is kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that, but this is kind of interesting. I'll be obviously posting pictures and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's not interesting. Maybe you think I'm stupid, but anyway, another makeup bundle. I had got 3 palettes, which were Celestial Thunder, Mini Controversy, and Nomad, the Tokyo Nomad palette. The Nomad Berlin Underground palette, Il Maquillage single, and Huda, 2 Huda bronzers, the original and the caramel, and I have decluttered literally all of this. So that was $44 gone. Oh my gosh, how stupid am I? Then then in August of 2022, I had purchased the Huda Precious Stones collection. So there was the amethyst, the sapphire, ruby, coral. What was the green one called? Emerald and topaz And I have decluttered Amethyst, Emerald, Corals, and Ruby. I do like Huda's formula. That was $46. And actually, I think I sold the Coral and the Ruby, to be honest. Then we have, in October of 2022, the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions. That's funny. I was just talking about this earlier today. For $30. I had bought this for $30. And it was nice. And then it got moldy. So that went in the trash. I actually, destroyed that in a short, I believe. The Pat, same day I bought the Pat McGrath Blitz Astral Quad Nocturnal Nirvana. I got that for $45. I hit pan in all of those shades and then I decluttered it. It's nice, but it's not, that was on my wish list for a long time. Urban Decay Born to Run, same day, $12. That's gone. Nabla Side by Side, $18. That's gone. ABH Modern Ren, $15. That's gone. Good Lord. Let's see. This Juvia's Place eyeshadow bundle. It had Saharan, Tribe, Deuce, and Zulu, and I only have Deuce left. So that was $48. Gone. I'm going to add this up at the end and see how much I actually kept and how much I did not. And then, yeah, we'll talk numbers at the end. In another one in October of 2022 was the Menagerie Annette palette, the Serenity. I still have that, but it's in my singles collection now. So I pulled all the shades out and they're in my singles. But that was $53. That had been long discontinued. The ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 3. I have decluttered that. That was $21. Then we have, in November of 2022, Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. That was $30. I do still have that, but I don't use it very often. Yeah, Sigma bundle Alice and Untamed for $39. I still have, nope, both of those have been decluttered. Good Lord. Then in July, I had bought 3 mini trios liquid lipsticks from J-Star, and they were from the mystery bundles. So instead of paying him for the mystery bundles, I just bought the trio of lipsticks that I collect. And I got those all separate. So one of them was 18, one trio was 18, one trio was 13, one trio was 23. And then I bought a blush bundle in February of 2024. This had 3 Clarity brushes and a Milani, and it said that it had a Fenty blush too, but I never ended up getting that. They said they would send it to me. They never did. It's whatever. I just don't care anymore. But I don't have any of those anymore. Real smart for $18.85. Then I got the Mini Crush and the Mini Love from Natasha Denona. That was in July of 2024 for $15.39. I do still have those. Oh, this was the moment I decided I needed to collect all the minis. So I had to go back and get the ones I didn't have. Then Natasha Denona Mini Leela. I got that for $7. And then Alicia told me that there was the Urban Decay Stone Vibes, the mini one on here. So of course I went on there and got that for $8. I still have all of those that I've just previously mentioned. The Huda Beauty Wild Jaguar was also $8, and I picked that up as well. Okay, getting close. So then in September of last year, I saw that someone was selling a Colourpop Honey palette for $3.57, and I swiped that up because I wanted the yellow palette. Well, now I've deconstructed almost all of my Colourpop palettes, so I probably only have 1 or 2 shades left from that palette. but it was only $3.57. I think that was a good buy. I got the Mint Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty. I love the Huda formula, and I had decluttered all my other Mint palettes, and that one was $4.56. I bought the Lost Library singles from Fantasy Cosmetica. These had been discontinued, and I want to own all of Fantasy Cosmetica's palettes. And I consider these little 6 pans in their little Lost Library palette a palette. They're all hollow shades or special shades. Oh, and then a Divina shade also came with this. I completely forgot that. It was Shuggies. But this was $65. I bought the Tarte Maneater, the one with the blues, and this was $15. Though then the Black Friday sale came up, and they were selling this for brand new at Ulta for pennies. Like, I should have waited. That's my problem. I don't wait. I'm so impatient, and once I get something in my head, it's got to have it. But I do still have the Maneater palette. Glaminatrix Nocturnal eyeshadow palette. I got that for $23. It is the smaller pans. One sec. Yeah, it's a smaller pans. And some of them came cracked and busted, but I just pushed them back together. So that worked out. The Menagerie Feral palette, I put that into my singles. That was $17. The Christmas Morning by Give Me Glow, that was $8.55. I still have that. Don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Haven't decided. The Pat McGrath Luxe Quad in, what is that one? Celestial Divinity, Interstellar Icon. The one with the blue-brown that, Samar loves. I bought that for $16, and yeah, I still have that. I like that. And then 2 more items I bought in November last year. BH Cosmetics Passion in Paris. Violet was raving about this, or she did the 5 looks 1 palette thing on Instagram, and I really loved it, so I got it, and it was $3.75, and I used it once, and it made my eyes hurt really bad, so I think it's just too old. And then the Planet Spirit by Odenzai, I got that for $11.25. I don't know if I love that palette. It is so random, but it was, I mean, $11.25 for Odenzai palette. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I couldn't pass it up. But I am going to count all of these items, figure out what I still have, what I do not, and come back with the numbers. All right, so I did some math, and this is very interesting to me. So I had bought overall 67 items. I still have in my collection 36 items, so that's only 54% retention rate. That's not very good, but yeah, it's fine. So the total of items I bought from Mercari, just makeup related, I didn't count the clothes or anything other than the makeup, was $1,164.92, and that's within like 7 years. 6 years. And I decluttered, then I added up all of the products that I don't have in my collection, and that was $370.42. But then I went on and I figured out everything that I sold on Mercari, and that totaled $1,656.85. And that is literally all makeup. I don't think I've ever sold, well, and Ipsy bags and like the J-Star postcards, packaging, but all makeup related. So if I take that total minus the total I spent, I made I don't know if any of this makes sense. So 1656 minus 1164 is 491.93. And I don't know why I divided that by 36, because no, I divided that by 36, which came out to $14 per item, but that doesn't work because I already sold more than what I purchased. So I just don't know how to math. And those are some numbers, if you like hearing numbers. Oh, Lord. Anyway, with that being said, we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.